Hey, what's going on, fellow money lovers? It's Kyle from Variety Airs, and today I've got another 6 great pennies. These are from the 1980s that you could be sitting on right now, or right in your change jar, or right in that next roll of pennies you get from the bank that could be worth way more than the face value of 1 cent. So we're going to be talking about verified sales and prices of double dies, transitional design errors, and even nearly perfect condition coins that have no varieties to them that have sold for hundreds or thousands of dollars. So whether you're a real collector or you're just getting into it, these coins can absolutely net you some really good money. So let's jump into it and let's get to the first one with the 1985 D Lincoln cent with a double die reverse. So what does that mean? We're looking at the back of the coin for this error. This one slips past a lot of collectors, and the 1985 D double die reverse Lincoln cent is a really great one. This coin doesn't have dramatic doubling like the 83s do, but it's still verified, they're still able to be found, and when you have certifiable doubling, enough to earn it a really high designation like FS101, then these can sell for tons of money, but even lower grade double die reverses, and heck, even 1985 Ds that are just in really good condition can sell for good money. So what are we looking for? On the reverse, check for subtle but real doubling in the letters of 1 cent and the phrase United States of America. Also, some examples show slight separation in the Lincoln Memorial lines, but you'll have to get a loop or a nice scope to really see this. Now here's the thing. This coin has sold for real money. Only in 2022, a PCGS graded MS65 Red sold through GreatCollections for over $150. Even AU and XF examples, like I said earlier, can sell for really good money. These are going to run that line of the cost to grade them, so if you do send them off, they come back, then of course you're going to want to hold on to them for a little bit, but they are going to gain value. So use a good loop or digital scope and zoom in on the reverse lettering. This isn't one of those bold doublings, but if you do see doubling, then you could be sitting on really good money. The second coin on the list is the 1983 Lincoln cent with another double die reverse. So this is another great error. This one is a classic. I mentioned it a second ago. This is one of the most famous 1980s varieties for pennies, and the 1983 double die reverse can get really valuable. This coin shows some of the strongest doubling in the entire Lincoln Memorial cent series. Check out the bold spread on 1 cent, the phrase United States of America, and even in the memorial columns. There is no subtle shift, you don't need to squint, this thing is real, it's obvious, and a great variety. Now, one of the most notable sales was for an MS65 Red, which is graded really high. It sold through Heritage auctions a few years ago for over $700. But even circulated pieces in decent condition still fetch really strong numbers. These typically still sell over $100 regularly. So if you're searching penny rolls or cleaning out grandma's coin jar, then set aside every 1983. This coin is still being found in the wild, so it's worth the hunt. The third coin on the list is the 1984 Lincoln cent. This one also has a really great double die obverse, but 84s are also one of those coins that without any errors and in really good condition can sell for good money, like $40-50. So let's shift to the 84, and specifically let's talk about that doubled ear variety. Now there are versions that have doubling on the obverse that don't affect the earlobe of Lincoln, but in this case they're the most valuable. Lincoln's ear appears doubled and slightly offset, so almost like he's growing a second ear. It's a fan favorite among cherry pickers because it's extremely visible, even without a loop or scope. A PCGS MS65 sold for $260, but since then there's been others that have sold for even more money. Circulated examples that are still in good condition can easily bring in up to $75. So you'll want to hold it under good light if you come across an 84, you'll want to tilt it gently, and if you see a strong separation in the earlobe especially, then you might have yourself this variety. You're sitting on good money. The fourth one on our list is the 1986 Lincoln cent. Next up is one of those coins that's not going to be about the errors. It's about absolute perfection. The 1986 Lincoln cent is a common date that's struck on zinc planchets, but what makes it special is when one hits near perfect condition. We're talking the high MS grades. For example, in 2022, a PCGS MS69 1986 Lincoln cent sold for $2,350. That's not even a rare date, it's just exceptionally well preserved. So it goes to show that some of these pennies, just in good condition, can sell for really good money. Now you're probably saying MS69, that's almost perfect condition. Even lower grades can sell for hundreds of dollars. If you're going through old rolls, it's worth cherry picking these coins. Look for flawless fields, clean steps on the memorial, no carbon spotting, and then of course no dings or wear. Even MS68s, even MS67s, all the way down to the low MS grades are examples that bring in hundreds of dollars. The fifth coin is the 1988 Lincoln cent. This one is a transitional reverse. Here's one of those for the variety hunters. The 1988 RDV 006 or reverse of 1989 is a great transitional reverse error that occurred when 1988 dies were accidentally used for the 1989 reverse designs. Now you'll really notice the designer's initials FG. They're sharper and more curved than normal. In April of 2017, an MS66 Red example of one of these sold for almost $900. There's been many other examples of lower grades that still bring $100 to $300. So you'll want to focus your loop just under the right side of the memorial. If the G in FG is curved, almost like a number 6, it could be one of these reverse transitional dies. Compare it with a known 1989 cent, and if you think you have one, send it off to get graded or jump on one of the social media groups and see if you can get it verified. At number 6, the last coin on our list is the 1989 Lincoln cent, and we're going to close out with another one of those condition rarities. So these 1989 Lincoln cents are another zinc penny, and they rarely grade in the high MS grades. But those that reach really unicorn grades of MS67 all the way up to, of course, MS69 and designations of red, red-brown, those are going to sell for really good money. Now, we're not talking thousands of dollars, but for a 1989 Lincoln cent, when you're selling something for over $100 that's face value as a penny, I'd say that's a pretty good flip. In March of 2022, a coin with one of the highest grades for this type, an MS69 Red, sold for $2,100 through GreatCollections. But like I said, even lower condition coins can bring in $20, $30, $40, and some of them that come back graded really high, but not in those crazy pristine conditions, still sell for over $100. These are usually found in old mint rolls, old BU sets, but of course many of them have been found in pocket change, and one of the best ways to find an 89 that's in good condition is to go to your bank, financial institution, and ask them for rolls of pennies. So there you have it, 6 valuable Lincoln cents from the 1980s that go far beyond their face value, from the more famous 1983 DDR to overlooked sleepers like the 85, the 89, or condition rarities that bring you thousands. There's serious value out there if you know what you're looking for in pennies, so drop a comment and let me know which one of these you found or which ones you're looking for to complete your set. Subscribe for more free guides here on the channel, and go to my website, varieties.com, where everything's free. And hit the like button. Hit subscribe if you enjoy collectibles like we do. I'll see you in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.